Wavy Johnson, Eatin and Cheatin, and I hope you are well. Now, I wasn't planning on doing any sort of vlog until I had something to update you on, and I wasn't really planning on having much to talk about anyway, but as it stands, I do. As you noticed, a little bit of a different look. Tash is gone, and my gaunt, death face, skeletal lines in my face have gone also, which kind of leads me into what I want to talk about today. Now, when we last met, it was the day after my show. We had the big Wavy day of eating, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And as it stands at the moment, I'm feeling like I'm a little bit at Crossroads. Now, following the show, my coach gave me the show day off, obviously. The day after, I did the big Wavy day of eating. And then I didn't really start until the Wednesday. I didn't get my new pad until the Wednesday. Tuesday, I think a couple of bits I've been craving, like bagels for breakfast, Greek yogurt for breakfast. A couple of bits I'd seen. I wanted to get some sushi. Place near work. I walk past literally every day. And I look at the sushi and I think, I'm going to have you. I'm going to have you. I'm going to have you. And I had it. It was great. Anyway, that evening I had chicken burgers and chips I cooked at home. The next day I got the plan. Got a bit late for me to do my food prep and ended up having a carb for dinner with Jess, which was delightful. Next day, basically day one, off-season plan. We're going to hit it hard. We're going to start right. Well, basically I hit 5 out of 6 of the meals on the plan. And essentially that was a trend for the rest of the week. And as I showed you in the last video, what the look was looking at was like my first check-in afterwards. And if you see here, this is the check-in after that. So essentially, I look pretty good in the gym. I look big, I look full. In the posing trunks, obviously I can see the water weight, the bloat, that sort of thing. And that kind of carried on into the week. I wrestled on the Sunday. So the week following my show, I had a really big show that I've been looking forward to for ages. Assault Pro Wrestling, where me and Alexander Roth won the Assault Pro Tag Team Championships. But I was feeling, and I had a conversation with another fellow bodybuilder about this, but I was feeling big, bloated and carrying water. And I even felt it when I was wrestling. I could feel in my legs that I was carrying some water, and it kind of carried on until when I got my boots off and that sort of thing. And this whole feeling of carrying water kind of continued into the rest of the week, to the point where I debated taking some diuretics to flush it out, and then decided I'll take a little bit of dandelion root and some vitamin C on a daily basis to try and flush it out. And it's slowly going down, but my weight just continues to rise and rise and rise. And I think at this point where I sit, I don't know how correct this is, because I got to a point where I decided I'm not going to weigh myself daily because I don't need to. I only need to weigh myself when I do my check-in with my coach, and that's it. So didn't weigh myself today for the first day in forever, because I haven't weighed myself. But I anticipate I'm probably about 10, 11 kilos up since I got off stage. Now, obviously, return to homeostasis after coming off stage, you're going to put on back the water weight you depleted. There's a couple of kilos there already. And then your body's going to suck up all the nutrients to restore glycogen. Your body's going to want to put back fat on because your body doesn't want to be, 5-6% body fat. It's not healthy to be. So that's fine. But as mentioned, I've wrestled a couple of shows since then, and everyone's saying to me, "Oh, you look great, you look great, you look massive, you look in really good shape." I got asked how my prep was going. I appreciate it, but you're being too kind. I definitely don't look like I'm on prep anymore. But yeah, in the gym I look full. In my posing trunks I don't look great. In my opinion, I look great in terms of, if I'm at the end of my off season, I look at this look now, I take it. I 100% take it. But compared to, where I was on stage and before the show, I look completely different. I look bigger. I look like I'm carrying a bit more fat, definitely carrying some water. And it's not a look that at the moment I'm particularly happy with, because I've got used to being in the stage where I'm shredded, and I've been shredded for a couple of months. And I just have to get used to this. I have to get used to this face. Hold a little bit more. There's a little bit of a chin here. I'm not getting used to not having any facial hair, but that's going to subside. By the way, I'm only doing this because of Movember, so the tash will be back very shortly, and then after that, I'll probably grow a beard because it's beard season. I mentioned that I'm a bit of a crossroads because I'm in the beginning of off season, and I have no goal to shoot for really because there's no show that I have planned. I have no plans to compete in 2024. I just want to grow my weaker body parts, namely my quad sweep, biceps, and just generally improve all round. So when I next go on stage, I'll have more of an impressive package, and actually I plan to go on stage probably one more time as a novice to try and win a novice show, and then move into the masters category because, believe it or not, I'm approaching 40 years old. So, or I will be next time I decide to compete.
Bonjour.
So I mentioned I'm at a crossroads because I don't really know what I'm doing with myself. And the thing that I'm struggling with at the moment is hunger. Ghrelin is crazy increase, which is always going to be the case because I mentioned the body doesn't want to be as lean as it has been. It's just telling me to eat. And it's mad. It's like I'll eat and I'll be hungry straight after eating. And I'll get busy, do what I need to do, work, and then I'll forget about eating. And when it's time to eat, I'll eat and I'll be ravenously hungry. And the times it really bothers me is probably post workout. I could probably put away a ridiculous amount of food post workout the way my hunger is. And I'm just trying to think of tactics to stop myself from eating because, being honest and being human, I have had the occasional slip ups that have really mentally affected me. I had one at work whereby I sit next to the snack shelf at work, which has never been a problem for the 3 months I've been there until this week, where I thought, I'm going to see what's on the snack shelf. I didn't even know what was on the snack shelf. That's how much I ignored it. I had a look, and there was like a bag of lint balls. Someone brought in a Colin the Caterpillar cake and Colin the Caterpillar mini rolls and all this sort of stuff. I actually brought in some stuff that I had brought into the flat that I decided I wasn't going to eat anymore, so I just left them there for people who work to have at. But there's an array of different treats and snacks. I had one day where I just thought I'm going to have a quick snack because I didn't bring enough food in with me to work, and that literally resulted in probably in the space of 5-10 minutes in a 1,000-calorie binge, which I felt pretty awful afterwards. If I'm not gonna lie, mentally awful. Inside didn't really do anything, but things like cookies. I mentioned Colin the Caterpillar, mini rolls, lint balls, chocolate covered cornflake cheeks, and that sort of thing. So it wasn't really bad. But then, I think myself, I think you're a human being. You got no competition. Just enjoy the odd thing, and that's kind of what I mean by my crossroads. Because I love bodybuilding. I want to be a good bodybuilder, but I also want to enjoy life when I'm in this off-season stage. And the thing that is bothering me, so to speak, is how quickly my weight is going up. Um, my health markers and everything are all good still. I'm regularly on top of checking my blood pressure and that sort of thing, and I only have to look at the food and I put on weight. And I predict it's going to go one of two ways. The weight's going to settle and subside as my hunger settles, because my hunger is starting to settle actually. It's nowhere near as ravenous as it was last week, and I've got some sort of tactics to mitigate that. So without sucking on a mint, pause, after every meal, or the fact that I've been having vitamin C and dandelion after meals. The vitamin C tablets I have to suck anyway, and then when I'm finished those, I'm not hungry anymore. But yeah, I believe that weight will subside, and I'll get to homeostasis, and I'll stay at a good weight, and then we'll push up through what we need to, or I'll just look at something, and my weight will continue to go up. So I'm not really sure where I'm going with this, to be honest. I put out these vlogs not for views or anything, because you see the views I get are pathetic. People I know or people who follow me for wrestling stuff probably aren't interested in the bodybuilding stuff that I put out. And the people who follow me for wrestling stuff probably aren't even that interested in what I'm doing to watch one of my videos anyway. So I just do this for myself. It's good for me to look back on and see where I am, because I just tend to do that a lot. I found myself in the last week or so going back and viewing footage from last year after my comps, and looking at pictures and looking at my fitness pal to see what I was eating around that time compared to the pictures. And really and truly, actually, the place I was this time last year when I come off the Be Safe British, followed by the NABA and the GPO shows that I did that following weekend, I'm probably maybe 1 kilo up from that, and that's not a bad place to be at all, because at the end of the off season I put on more than that in terms of weight gain. And even though my stage weight was probably the same, way better condition this year, way better condition, and so I've definitely gained some muscle. So the fact that I'm only like a kilo or so out from where I was last year is something to take into consideration, something that I know anyway, because I've been comparing a lot of things. My coach may not know that, but it's I know. So I don't know where the point to end this is. It's probably now, because I've been talking a lot. But in conclusion, obviously, I'm just going to rattle on, keep on with this off season. I will continue to update, I guess, on any changes in diet and that sort of thing. I'm currently doing a new training split at the moment, which I'm really enjoying. It's crazy how like a change in training, a change in stimulus will make you look forward to going to the gym and make you really love and appreciate the process of going to the gym and building muscle. So continue to do the wrestling and that sort of thing. And I'm at now a stage where I'm at a healthy body weight where I don't feel fragile. I don't feel like I'm going to get injured. I look good. I look like a heavyweight wrestler. I look big. I'm still relatively lean. The abs will slowly fade away, but I'm currently in a position where the six pack's still there. When my six pack turns into a 4-pack, I'll still be happy. When that 4-pack turns into a 2-pack, then I'll be like, maybe it's time to tidy up things a little bit. But yeah, so essentially enjoying this off season, enjoying having a bit of freedom to do social things. I met with my cousins for a meal last week. I went for an anniversary dinner with Jess last week, and I allowed myself to have a little bit of a refeed after a heavy leg session, which I don't think was too bad, but it will reflect in my check-in. We'll see how that goes. I have to obviously continue to think of ways to mitigate and combat this hunger, and to get to a place, as I mentioned, homeostasis, where the water weight has settled, which from all the reading and all that sort of stuff, I've seen it takes a couple of weeks anyway. In conclusion, we're going to push on. I'm going to be a better bodybuilder, but I just need to control these urges. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope this will make sense because it's a bit jumbled. Maybe chat for ages. Keep eating, keep cheating.
Hello. Right, another update to this week's vlog. I wasn't going to record anything else because I've done a lot of talking. It's quite boring to watch. But I had my check-in with my coach 2 days ago, and he pointed something out to me that I'd never thought about in terms of this weight gain, because I've been focused on, how much the scales is going up and on what's causing that and blah, blah, blah. But I've not actually looked into where it's gone. And my coach has pointed out to me, as you can see here, that my legs have blown up in the last couple of weeks. The image on the left is me pre-comp the day before the British finals, and the image on the right is my latest check-in, and you can see quite clearly there's some growth in my legs, which is great. It's where I want it to go. So weight gain isn't always a bad thing. Just thought I'd add that in.